The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
They'll run on first down. Eason. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 9, Kelly. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. This is caught by Jackson. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
45-yard. We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
They go play action here on first down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Left side into the hands of his tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and 5.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
That's caught by Jackson. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He had 3 catches last week. That one his 3rd on this drive alone. On 1st and 10, Kelly. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's Kelly. Going to throw again. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
10 at the 22-yard line.
Now a first down throw. Kelly. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A play fake. Now Kelly. And it's caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jerry Jeudy with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Broncos nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Block and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Block now to throw. Quick throw here, that's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much there, only a yard.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Locke. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Offense set to get this drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Carl Joseph came roaring in on the safety blitz.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Play action, it's Kelly. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the gun, Kelly. Right side caught by Jackson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Kelly. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To throw is Kelly on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a later touchdown. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
10 at their own 22-yard line.
And the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
He fakes the give here and looks to throw.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Throwing again. Lock. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And he finds McLaurin. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Broncos.
Lock off of play action. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broken plays? You can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 11 yards there, first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Number 20, Tony Pollard.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
38-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Broncos, nothing.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And it's 3rd down.
throw on third down. Lock. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's fourth.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
On second down now, Eason. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
From the 28-yard line.
Top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Broncos on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Locke. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Locke working out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Locke. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Locke again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
First down, Denver.
On play action, Locke slings this deep from McLaurin. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it's going to be 2nd down.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
On 2nd down. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Kelly. It's It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Jackson.
Complete.
That second down play nets a -4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Flushed out right. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Coming up at halftime, I'll go for one personality. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. Block now on first down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Pollard. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Operating from the gun. Block. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
For the field goal, a 46-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. So the left side, it's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Caught left sideline. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, it's Kelly. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Off-play action. Kellen. Bringing it in. Jackson left side. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. From the gun, Kellen. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And it's complete. They're going to get the first. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Block now on 1st down. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now a timeout taken.
26 yards.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Lock. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this 1st half. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, Locke. That's a short one there. To the tight end. Now, loose football. The ball comes out. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. On 1st down, Locke. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. That is caught inside the 5. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Denver.
A 20-yard touchdown. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Kelly. And he's back with one complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Las Vegas. Come on, get him! 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And he's corralled at the 40. And now before picking up 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas 1st.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Quickly complete into the right flat. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And to give this time to the tailback. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Kelly From the gun, he'll throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. A play fake. Now Kelly. That's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Is indeed good. That'll push the lead up to 8. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Play action. Now it's locked. And the Raiders have got him. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So 3rd and long now for Locke and the Broncos following the sack. Shotgun snap to Locke. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. It's now 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Judy. And it's 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Khaled.
That's going to be caught by Judy. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
The tackle.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 36, Kelly over the middle, it's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
So what about the rookie quarterback's taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Block now to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, but it'll be 2nd down. They'll run with Pollard. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Locke. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around. And this is caught at the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown, Denver.
23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos get a bit closer. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Score, Raiders 31, Broncos 23.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. As you said earlier, this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On 1st and 10, Kelly flushed out right. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Eason, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down. Play action, it's Kelly. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Las Vegas sending out their punter now. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Complete.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Run for Pollard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Block working out of the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Block will try again on 2nd down. Looks for Beckham again. This time he finds him. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here's where this crowd can really help make things difficult. It's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Locke. Double team, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
On 1st down, Eason. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now Kelly, off play action. They'll roll him out right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he hits him in stride. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. Operating from the gun, Kelly. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
7-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down now, Eason.
And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Here we go. Here we go.
The point after here coming up. Kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
17 yards. And the Broncos 1st down.
From the gun, Locke. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Lock now on 1st down. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away.
Takes it at the 7.
Increase here as he's past the 30.
And they start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Offense set to get this drive started. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. The drive starts with a completion left side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, 4th quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. He's doing that in this game.
And that is incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Kelly. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Off the play fake. Callum. And it's incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Long. He wants the football that's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
To throw is Locke. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Denver.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Flush to his right. He'll run it. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. That time he was looking for Jerry Judy. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Callum. The ball popped in the air. Intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
Intercepted by the Broncos. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
One final try for Locke. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And that is going to seal this victory as time